time they bring up the guns, you gon' respect us. That little vest ain't gon' do you. I chew for Mecca. I ain't even trying to hold you up, Magnolia Slim. I'm a soldier from that mode. I'm the ghost of him. From the
back to our channel. It's Seth and Brielle, and we're back. Not again, because I guess you didn't like that.
That's cool.
We're back. We're here. And it's the Hollywood Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing I guess this was an anticipated
yes.
project, right?
For sure.
Okay. So a highly anticipated project, and that would be Jay Electronica's A Written Testimony.
Jay Electronica, most known for single Exhibit C, where basically he had mad bars. It's crazy. It's a crazy single. It's a nice single. But he never really had like a official album until this. And the buzz around town at this time is really just that, does this even count as an official album? We're gonna get into that later. But we're gonna be reviewing this album using 5 different criteria. First is gonna be lyrics. Second is gonna be production. Third is vocals. Fourth is rhythm and flow. And fifth is replay value. Gonna start off with the lyrics like how we always do. For the lyrics. No. Go ahead, yo.
No.
Go ahead. You go first. Why you acting scared?
Can you go?
Oh my God, yo. I already know what you gave it, so you better not change it.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm standing my ground.
All right.
You already know what I gave it. This confirms that you be looking at my damn score.
No,
like
I heard you say it. For the lyrics, I gave it a 10.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot.
Obviously, if you heard this album, you know Jay-Z is rapping
predominantly.
He's down there on every track. So whether you like it or not, when we say lyrics, I'm not just talking about one person's lyrics on the album. I'm talking about in totality, the lyrics on the album. So since Jay-Z is on every single song on here, I think he killed everything he was on. So it's kind of hard for me to even give it less than a 10 unless Jay Electronica really, really fucked up or something. But I don't think that's the case. I think Jay Electronica did good on most of the tracks. He just his content is just like a little repetitive. He just basically talks about his religion and his teachings and of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, I mean, it's a little repetitive, but then at the same time, you think about like artists like Chance the Rapper that fucking talks about his religion a lot.
That's true.
Then you think about even Nas, like in a lot of he has a lot of albums. I forget what his newest album was, but it basically was like, it was a lot of like preachy, because I think he's like a Hotep kind of like Nas.
I didn't know.
He talks a lot about like how we all came from Egypt and shit like that. So and he talks a lot about that, and nobody really knocks him for it. So I guess it's a lane for it. So yeah, I gave it a 10 for the lyrics. I feel like, just to go over some of the songs on there, Ghost of Soulja Slim, they both killed that. Blinding. I was really surprised to see Travis Scott on there because he's in a totally different lane than like Jay Electronica. I would have been surprised if it was a Jay-Z album and seeing Travis Scott on it. But I would understand it more with him. But with an album title as Jay Electronica and with Travis Scott on it, it's crazy. But it worked. I mean, it's a good sound. Neverending Story. That was probably my favorite track on there, especially like just listening to Jay Electronica. As far as his rapping, that was one of my favorite tracks for him. That's just. I just want to go over a few of the tracks. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get into what you gave for lyrics and get into your bag on these niggas.
Oh my gosh, whatever. For the lyrics, I ended up giving it an 8. I was gonna give it a 10, but I couldn't because I felt like a lot of the times I felt like Jay Elect just brought it down. Like, he just brought it down a lot of the times for me. I feel like Jay-Z was definitely the stronger rapper of the album. And if he wasn't on the album at all, my score probably would have been lower. Maybe like, no, it probably would still been an 8. Maybe a 7. But I just feel like a lot of the time it was repetitive. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he knew he wanted to talk about one thing and that's just what he wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, type of thing. He just wanted to go in that one direction. And for me, that was just kind of, for all of the songs that was on it wasn't like it was 6 songs. So I feel like if you want
9.
I still feel like 9 songs of the same topic is still
That's
too
a lot.
much.
That's a lot.
So I was like, nah, I need a little bit more diversity in content. So I had to take a couple points, a point or 2 off. But Jay-Z, I definitely felt like was the stronger rapper on the album.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's Jay-Z, so like, what do you expect? Like,
you a whole Venger?
Huh?
You a whole Venger?
Nah, but it's fucking Jay-Z. Like, you ain't gotta be like the biggest fan of Jay-Z to know that Jay-Z is one of the best rappers ever, if not the best rapper ever. Like, so we're gonna move on to production. For production, I gave it a 8. It's not like, I mean, I did like some of the beats on here, and I did hate some beats on here. I didn't really like Flux Capacitor.
Me either.
I didn't like that beat at all, and it sounded like even Jay-Z sounded like off beat on it a bit. The overall sound of the whole album, as far as quality, it doesn't sound like it's mixed or mastered correctly or something. Like, it just sounds like gritty. But some of the beats, like Neverending Story, The Blinding, Ghost of Soulja Slim, I do like those beats. It's just they don't sound like they're mastered or like mixed or whatever. Like, they just sound a little rough, and I didn't really like that sound. Like, we play it, like if I play it on my speaker, it just sounds bad. Like, it's like the sounds aren't like translating right or something. Like, I just feel like it could have been mixed a bit better. As far as production, and that's why I took a few points off and gave it an 8.
Oh, so pretty much, likewise, I gave it an 8 as well. I just felt like a lot of it's like beats that I did like, but I just feel like it was sloppy. Like, it's like some of them had potential, but then it's sloppy. I just didn't feel like it was tight at all. It was just sloppy. It wasn't polished. Like, I understand like the gritty, like I understand that. I feel like Griselda does that, but I also feel like their beats are complete. Like, I feel like this was just way too harsh, kind of like it was just way too harsh. It reminded me like Griselda, but then also kind of reminded me kind of like a Wu-Tang thing. But even there is still, as old as it is, right? It's still cleaned up.
Right, and
like,
you can listen to
this is not cleaned up.
A mastered version of like 36 chambers, and that shit gonna sound better than like the way that this music sounds as far as production. Right,
but I feel like they're trying to take it somewhat to that time period. Or that gritty like type of sound, but it's just not necessary to have an unfinished. It just doesn't sound finished, and then
you got artists like Griselda that even got like sort of that sound sometimes with some of their beats, but then at the same time it still sounds like
current.
Yeah, it still sounds current. It still sounds like it's mixed and mixed well. Like,
right.
It doesn't sound too bad, like as far as it sounds like it's supposed to sound like that. This just sound like
it's too raw.
Yeah, it's a little bit too raw.
Too raw.
No pun intended.
What is the next category?
With the raw papers.
I get it.
All right. The next category is vocals. For vocals, I gave it a 9. The majority of people rapping on this, Jay-Z and Jay Electronica, they do not really sing. So I'm judging them basically off of how confident they sound their voice, how clear they sound their voice. And I think they both sounded clear on here. Other than just the production, like we already discussed. I don't want to keep beating that and keep taking points off for that. But the one, I did take off some points just because of the features on here. Travis Scott can't really sing. And The Dream, he can sing, but this wasn't his best performance. So, yeah, so took a point off for that just to, but as far as Hove and Jay Electronica, they both sounded confident, clear, and overall pretty good.
So, for the vocals, I ended up giving it an 8 as well. I feel like
I gave it a 9.
I'm sorry, I gave it an 8.
Right.
Sorry. I just felt like I didn't like The Dream. I didn't like him on
That was your guy.
I do like The Dream. I
That's your
do,
guy.
but I did not like his voice. He didn't use his usual voice on these songs. It was not the usual Dream voice. I didn't like it. Whatever voice that was, whatever key that was in, I didn't like it.
Was my shirt like wrinkled?
Yeah, mine's is too.
Dang.
My shirt's always wrinkled on.
Whatever, man. We in quarantine, so man, ain't nobody really trying to be cute out here. You know what I mean?
You be trying to be cute.
Nah, my shit fucked up right now. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be cute. I ain't do nothing before you came on here. I put on the undershirt. That's it.
Okay, that don't mean you don't be trying to be cute.
All right, yo. All right.
It's the other
All
stuff
right.
that go
Yeah,
into
you right.
it.
I know.
Oh, okay.
You don't be trying to be cute, but you stay cute.
My face working out. My face don't never cute. I know I'm cute.
That's what I just said.
Don't try to tell me I'm cute now after I said that you have to learn a lesson. Because you're still going to
All right.
have to learn that lesson.
We're still filming.
One compliment.
I know we're still filming though.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah, I gave the vocals an 8 because I just didn't like that voice that The Dream used. I didn't mind Travis Scott, even though he can't sing. I feel like he did what he usually
But
did.
you love Travis Scott, so you did.
I feel like he did what he usually do as far as singing. He wasn't trying to do nothing out of his normal.
What you usually
And
do.
that
Ain't
worked
the
for
best
me.
singing.
It worked for me.
All right. So gonna move on to Rhythm and Flow. For Rhythm and Flow, I gave it a 9. I feel like, other than like a few songs on here, I feel like the flow, as far as the flows on the beat, was pretty much great throughout the whole entire thing. Other than what was that, flux capacitor on that, even Hove sounded like he was off beat. Like that's just like some of the beats on here just sound like they're so much like not like they're so unorthodox that like it's kind of hard to even know what on beat is on the beat. Like it's kind of hard to listen to. But other than that, if most of the songs, the flow on it is perfect. I just took off 1 point for that and gave it a 9. What'd you give it for Rhythm and Flow?
A 9.
Okay. I'm sure we agree on something.
We agree on a lot of stuff.
No, I'm just saying, like for this album, we've been pretty off. Usually we do, but we've been a little. Yeah.
Well, I fell asleep.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing about that. I was gonna say nothing.
That wasn't the first time I listened to it though.
I know, but you was trying to give it another listen, and you fell asleep.
All right, whatever. It's been a long day. It's the road.
Nah, and it's the music is. I don't know. I get it chat later.
Anyway, I gave it a 9. I just felt like you said on that one song, what is it, flux capacitor? What am I saying?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. They know which one we talking
Right. I feel like that song, nobody was on. Like, nobody, it was no rhythm. It was just no rhythm. But like you said, it's an unorthodox type beat. It's kind of like you know when rappers try to use like the jazzy. You remember when Kendrick Lamar first came on the scene with that jazzy like thing? Yeah. But it worked for him. But the other people started trying to do it and it just didn't work. But it's like that type of beat where it's just kind of like all over the place kind of thing. And you just, I guess, have to figure out what instrument the rapper is in tune with, and you have to get on whatever time they on,
right? Type
of thing. But everybody hears something different that stand out to them. So, to me, that just makes it all over the place. So I just took off 1 point for that. Because other than that, the rhythm and flow, I feel like it would have been the same.
Okay. Moving on to the last category, replay value. For replay value, I gave it a 6. I probably listened to this since it came out probably a good about 6 to 7 times.
Ooh, yeah.
And I don't know. It's I don't know if it's just I'm just not in the mood to like listen to this, but it's just like I mean, I do like the rapping on it from Jay-Z, but a lot of times I don't know what the hell Jay Electronica is talking about. I mean, obviously he's talking about something, not even to be rude or like, I'm not trying to come off rude or, well, I probably am going to sound ignorant because I don't really know, but a lot of the stuff he's talking about, like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, so it's just kind of hard to, you know, listen to something that I can't really relate to at all. You know what I mean? So that's why I gave it a 6. I do like the songs on there though. Like I like most out of the 10 songs on the album. Well, 9 songs because the first song isn't a song. I do probably like about like 6. I just don't see myself listening to them again. Simple as that.
Okay. For replay value, I ended up giving it a 6 as well. I feel like I'll listen to what is it? Blinding?
Yeah, the Blinding.
The Blinding. I'll listen to Neverending Story. It's another one. You got the track list up? I'm just trying to figure out like how many.
Ghost of Soulja Slim.
Yeah. It might be like 5 out of the 9 songs that was, or 4. Ghost of Soulja Slim, The Blinding, Neverending Story. I didn't really
like
I didn't really like
track
that.
2 through 6. I like, and 9 and 10.
So yeah.
So it's a lot on here that I like. It's just I just don't. I tried to. The reason why I listened to it so many times because I was trying to listen to it and just understand it a little better, just so I don't come on here and kill it without really getting a full understanding of the album or trying to get a full understanding of the album. Most of the times when we review, I probably listen to the album 2 to 4 times. I try to do 2 to 4 times, and then review it just so I can process it a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add up these scores. We'll be right back with the final score. Don't go nowhere. All right, we are back and we got the final score for Jay Electronica's the written testimony. Final score is going to be a 8.1.
8.1.
All right.
8.1 is not bad.
And all right, so how'd y'all feel about this album? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know your score from 1 to 10 in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And check us out later in the week. Coming to you with some new videos soon. Peace.